Back in the saddle again. Let's get to work.
Here we go.
What's up, people? MisterToolbox back with another Amazon Lumberyard video. Apologies for the absence. The little Mrs. Toolbox have started school and brought home all sorts of plagues, so I've been sidelined for a bit, but we're getting back into it. Today we're going to take a look at our Doom Arena. We're going to build the first 2 rooms therein. We'll make a holding cell, and then we'll make the first room proper. I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot of progress, but there's a couple topics we need to cover before we can make this level come to life. So let's get these rooms out of the way, and then we'll talk about where we're headed. First things first, I need to jump into the project configurator and make sure we've got our Doom Arena selected. So I'll click TB Doom Arena, click Set as Default. We can close that up. Now that we've got the right project selected, I have opened up the Lumberyard editor, and I'm going to pop open level 01. Let that load up. And here we are. Typically, here's where we would take a rough sketch of our level that we had done in Photoshop or Paint or something and slap it down on our terrain so that we could start building up the walls and whatnot. I think we're still going to do that, but for today's episode, I just want to create the 2 rooms on the blank canvas. It's still a helpful exercise as far as whiteboxing goes to know how to apply that sketch to the terrain and how you start building your level on top of that, so I do want to cover it. I just want to get these 2 rooms in place so that we can start making progress again. I've taken the camera and brought it over here to the corner. It happens to be the corner with the low X and Y values. You can see down here as my mouse is hovering over the corner, we've got really low values here, whereas over there they're super high. So I'm at the sort of X and Y 0 coordinates, and I'm going to start building the holding cell for the player controller right in this area, and then we'll build the first room off this way. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back when I'm done. Alright, it occurs to me I should have laid those rectangles down first, but live and learn. What we've got here is a holding cell for the player controller, so our player is going to start in this room here. That'll give us a chance to look at canvas. We can do a little countdown for the intro. And then what we'll do here in this space between the holding cell and the first room is we'll add a door. We'll give that door some behavior so that it moves when the player gets close to it. Then we've got this first room we can play with, and I've got some ideas as far as what we'll do there. So like I said, next up I want to take a look at canvas so we can start doing overlays. I know we don't have a player controller yet to do that on, but I want to take a look at canvas, so we'll do a topic video on that. Then once that is wrapped up, we'll move on to component entity. That's going to be a pretty dense subject, so it'll take a number of videos. But that's going to give us a good foundation for building our doors, building our player controller, and then it'll be a great lead into Lua scripting, which I do want to cover in some detail. So that's the roadmap. I know this is a short one, but I didn't want to go too long without putting something out and to let you know kind of where we're headed with the Doom Arena and the channel in general. What I'm also going to do with the Doom Arena project videos is at the end of each video, I will zip up the project and dump it on S3. So you'll see an annotation on screen now with the URL for that. If you head there, you can download the project, and that'll be as it currently sits. I'll do that at the end of each of these videos so that when we start the next one, we're all starting from the same baseline. You can feel free to tool around with it between videos, make your own tweaks, do whatever you want, make some experimentation there. But we'll always have the same starting point for each of these videos, so we're all kind of in sync. I'll do that as long as I can until my AWS bill gets out of hand. I won't drop that link in the description. I think that's a little too easy to get to, but you will see the URL on screen. So go ahead, feel free to download that. And like I said, next up will be the canvas, the UI stuff. So we'll take a look at overlays, stuff like that. We'll talk about how we can implement that, and we will get to work implementing it here in the Doom Arena. And then it's on to component entity. That's going to be a huge topic. I think I want to do it justice, so we're going to cover it in some detail. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Laters.